Hey everybody, it's Major League Hats. I got a request from a cider fan out there if I could do a cider review. I did a beer review, so if you haven't seen that video, please go check out that video. And while you're at it, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification button so you can get updated when I upload cool new videos like this. So I personally know this guy, and I'm always kind of giving him BS about cider because to me, I don't like cider. I've had a couple ciders, and to me, they just taste like sugary apple juice. And I know some people out there like cider and they're probably gonna get mad at me. But to me, cider is just for people that can't drink real beer. That's just how I feel about it, because I've tried a couple ciders and I just didn't like them. I mean, I guess because I ate a bunch of apples as a kid because my dad worked in an apple field, so he'd always bring home apples. And they have that same flavor in the ciders that when the apples sit there too long, it changes the sweetness of the apples and you get a whole different complete flavor. So when we bought some cider at the store, me and my wife one day, the Angry Orchard cider, which has 2 apples per bottle from, if I remember right. The first day when we drank it, it tasted really good. It actually was not that bad. Too sugary for me personally. I don't like a lot of sugar, and if you look at the label, it does show that it has a lot of sugar. So I guess if you like sugary drinks, that could be your kind of drink. But for me, I tend to like the stronger alcohol beverages, the IPAs, the lagers. So he suggested to me a couple ciders that I should try that I might be interested in. And I thought, hey, why not do another hat review? So I found some ciders that he recommended, and I found some hats that would go with those recommendations. And so that's where we're at today. We are going to try 3 different ciders, and we're going to look at 3 different hats that I have. So I hope you like the cider review, and I hope you like the hat review. Take my opinion about the ciders with a grain of salt. I kind of go by the notion that you got to try everything once. So if I say it's not good, that doesn't mean you shouldn't go out and maybe try it once. And you might have already tried it and you got a different opinion. That's cool. But for me, like I said, I'm more of a beer drinker. It's just, he asked me to try these out. I told him I would, and why not tie it into a nice little video? So here we go. I got my 3 ciders. The first one is going to be a Wild Side. It's a hard cider. It's a 6.2 alcohol by volume. This one is made from branch to bottle. Hey, look, it's gluten-free, so any gluten-free people out there, this is definitely the one that you should be drinking. Sugar content in this one is 8 grams. So this is not too bad. This is the first candidate from branch to bottle, and it's called Wild Side Hard Cider. Oh, while you're sitting here listening to me, see if you can kind of maybe think about the hats that I'm going to be looking at. You might be able to get one right, but there's no way you can get all 3 right. But we'll go back. Okay, so the second hard cider, it is called Ace California. It is a pineapple craft cider. It's only a 5% alcohol by volume. It looks like they've been in business since 1993, and it's actually a California cider company. And the sugar on this is 9 grams. It's not as bad as the other one. Just a little bit, 1 gram, not going to make a big of a difference. And then the last one that I have is going to be an Angry Orchard hard cider, green apple, 5% alcohol by volume. Like I mentioned, I've tried Angry Orchard, and they just tend to be a little sugary for me. Yeah, this one's a 21 gram sugar. So let's start with the first one. We are going to try this Wild Side hard cider from branch to bottle. I'll show you that. I mean, it has a cool looking front label, nice red and white. Let's pop it open. We got our Giants bottle opener. By the way, I haven't heard no comments about the new hat. What do you guys think of the ML Hats 59fifty? Do you like it? Should I get it in maybe a different color? What do you guys think? Leave a comment down in the bottom. Let me know. All right, here we go. We're drinking this. You know what? This is actually pretty good. I am actually pleasantly surprised. It doesn't have that strong sugary taste to it, and this one was the one that was 8%, so this does have the lowest sugar level. But this is actually a good one. Let's take another sip. Yeah, it's not over sweetened, and that's kind of why I prefer the IPA, because it's not sweet. I don't want to say it's bitter because I'm really not sure what the definition of bitter is. but this is actually one I could drink if I had to. So you know, if there are any cider fans out there, I would definitely try to get this one. If you haven't tried it now, if this one just doesn't have the alcohol by volume, you notice this is a 6.2 alcohol by volume. And if you were watching my beer review, I tend to go for the higher alcohol by volumes, you know, like the 6s, 7s, 8, and so on. Now the other ones are going to be a 5, so that may not be more up to my standards, because those seem kind of weak. And when they're about 4 to 5, that kind of reminds me of the Coolers and the Budweiser. But we'll definitely see. So I definitely like this one. This is definitely one I could drink. This one's only 150 calories, so if you're watching your calorie count, there you go. Carbohydrates is a little high, but not too bad. 9 grams of carbohydrates, so nothing too bad. So the hat that I thought would go perfect with the Wild Side cider is going to be the Fort Meyer Miracle. This is a high A team of the Minnesota Twins. You know, I've told you in the past that I don't like letter hats, and the only reason that I kind of like this hat is because they got the palm tree right there. As you see, the branch is right through the M, and then you have the little baseball. And I just think even that little bit of difference on the logo, I mean, they could have gone maybe with straight M, and then they would have been too similar to the Memphis Redbirds, which is a AAA team of the Cardinals. But I liked how they did that with the palm tree. They are located in Florida, so it just makes perfect sense. They have a lot of palm trees out there, so it just makes perfect sense. I like this hat, the whole crown and the buttons in a navy blue. They got the little minor league guy in the back, which is blue and red, which matches the whole hat itself. And then they have a white New Era flag on the side, which matches the outlining on the M in the tree. So if you don't have the Fort Meyer Miracle, I would get it. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be in your top 10 or even your top 20. I would put this like, just on high A teams alone, I would probably put this in the middle of the pack. Like, if they had other cooler looking high A teams, I'd go for those ones first. This one should be around just because it is kind of more of a generic looking logo to it. But I would definitely pick this hat up, and I would definitely not make this the last hat of the high A team collection, because this is a very nice hat. Can go with a lot of things that you want to wear. You know, a black or gray shirt, a white shirt, a navy shirt. This hat has a lot of good usage. Or if you're just working outside, you have the black underneath on the bill here. You got the black sweatband. It is a navy blue, so it could match in very nicely with the sweat. So this could be a good outdoor hat. So this is the Fort Meyer Miracle. It's the high A team of the Minnesota Twins. Let's go on to cider number 2. This is a pineapple craft cider. It's made by Ace, California, right here out of Sonoma County. When I think of cider, you're probably like me, you think of apples, and this has a pineapple on the front. This has 175 calories, so it's a little heavier. The other one only had about 150. This carbohydrate is 12 grams, and the other one was 9. And then, of course, this is 9 grams of sugar, which the other one was only 8. So let's check out these Ace California, and I like how they have like the little card of an ace on the front, even though they're pineapples. But you know, the ace of spades always wins. All right, let's try this out. Right off the bat, it's got a huge aroma of pineapple. That kind of smells kind of good. Usually though, the smell doesn't go with the taste. You know, I don't know if you've ever been around a cigar smoker. The smell of a cigar kind of smells kind of good, but when you go smoke that cigar, it doesn't taste as good as the smell. But let's try it out. Oh, that's good. Let's try it out. Here we go. Wow. This is potentially a dangerous cider to be drinking. I tell you that because it doesn't have the strong alcohol taste. It kind of reminds me of if you're drinking like a Mike's Hard Lemonade or Smirnoff. It's kind of sugary, it tastes like a normal drink, like an apple juice or something. Next thing you know, you throw back about 5 or 6 of those. Now granted, I believe Mike's and Smirnoff have a lower alcohol content. You could throw easily back like a 6-pack of these and you wouldn't even realize how much you drank. But with this being a 5% alcohol by volume, you could easily get intoxicated, and I wouldn't recommend to drive. So as you guys know, I only drink at home. But wow, this is really freaking good. I am going to tell you, I don't think I'm going to convert to a cider drinker just off of drinking these couple ciders. But I am telling you, as I mentioned earlier, that I am open-minded and I am willing to try different kinds of drinks, because maybe I just haven't gotten the right drink, and that's why I try so many ale beers, IPAs, because, you know, just because I tried a bad one doesn't mean there's so many more good ones out there. And that's why I talked to this person that I know. He tends to be a cider drinker. I'm really not sure what that means, because he doesn't really tell me a lot about cider per se, so I don't know how much cider he actually drinks. He did recommend different ciders to me, so that's why I went with them. Alright, so that is the pineapple cider out of here in Sonoma County, my home area. Let's go on to hat number 2. Have you figured out what it is? I gave you a couple hints. I gave you the ace playing card. Come on, no ideas? If you don't know, research your AAA hats a little bit, teams a little bit. You will come up with the Reno Aces. Yep. Now, this is just a basic A. Has like a diamond in the middle right there, and the A right where it crosses. This is a very nice hat. This is, if you are working on your AAA hat, I wouldn't put this one towards the top. I do like this look. It does remind me a little bit of the Atlanta Braves. They're very similar in the A design, but this is very nice navy blue on the bill, a navy blue on the crown with the button, and then just like, almost like the Fort Myers Miracle, you got your red and navy blue little guy on the back. Obviously, this is all white, so there's not really any outlining, but yet there is a small, I don't know if you can see this, but there is a small touch of gold. Maybe it's just an off-white and it's my eyes actually outlining the outer A and the inner A. It doesn't go all the way around, like it doesn't go right here, but this is a nice hat. I got this hat when I went to Reno. That is one of my favorite stadiums to go to, because the parking is easy. The parking is right across the street in a parking garage. I know where the players come in and out of the stadium, so if you're looking to get autographs, you can go right there to that door, and you can wait before they come into the stadium or once they're leaving. That's how we got a chance to meet Chris Bryant and Jorge Soler. They were up in Reno playing the Reno Aces and the Iowa Cubs, and so that's how we got to meet them. We met him before the game, and then we got to talk to him after the game coming out, so that was really cool. The drive up to Reno, it's a little bit of a challenge. It's 4 hours, but it's not too bad. I hope you like hat number 2. This is the Reno Aces. If you are thinking about getting this one, though, I would definitely go with that one I was talking to you earlier about having the parent club on the side, where they would have the Arizona Diamondbacks logo right here. So this is the AAA team of the Arizona Diamondbacks, the Reno Aces. Nice hat. I definitely get it. It's not going to be in your top 15 because it's pretty basic, more basic than the Fort Myers Miracle, but it's a very nice, very clean hat. If you just like that navy blue color, this is a perfect hat to get. Let's try cider number 3, which is the Angry Orchard Green Apple 5%. Now, I mentioned earlier that Angry Orchard was one of those sugary beers that I tried originally. It's not one of my favorites. I haven't tried this Green Apple. See, this is 200 calories. Carbohydrates is 25 grams. The sugars are 21. This is literally double on the sugar from the 2 ciders I had earlier, and this is about 25 more calories than that pineapple one I had, and about 50 more than the first cider that I had. So let's take a look. I don't know if it's going to play into a factor. I was never a big fan into green apples. My dad always brought home the red semi-green, so they had that little sour, but it was the red apples, typically apples, and so those were the apples I liked. I didn't really care much for the sour green apples, so I don't know if that's going to play a factor in it. So let's take a look at this one. All right. It smells like the typical Angry Orchard hard cider, the one that typically comes in the red bottle. It's actually not that bad. It does taste like sour apple, so if you're a sour apple fan, you could definitely drink this. I'm just gonna be real honest, I could drink this. I'm not like the huge calorie watching kind of guy. I try to watch my sugar, but since the other two ciders that I tried earlier are half the sugar, you know, the calorie isn't much different, but just the sugar levels alone, I would definitely go with the first two just because of that factor. Because, you know, you could be drinking, I don't know, you drink a 6-pack of these at 21 grams of sugar, and what is that? Over 120 grams of sugar just in 6 of these. And that sounds like a lot, because if you drink 6 on the other ones, you're only looking at 54 grams of sugar, or you're looking at roughly 63 grams of sugar. I mean, that's like literally half the sugar content compared to the Angry Orchard. So I'm just saying, if you have to watch your sugar, I don't necessarily have to watch my sugar, but we all should in a way maybe watch our sugar, just because, like in my case, family history reasons, I'll tend to go more for the less sugary stuff. So I would drink the other two. So just like they reviewed, I would go with the Wild Side cider first, the red bottle. Second, go with the Ace. Now the 1 and 2 could be interchanged because they were both really good. Honestly, there wasn't much of a difference. I would drink either one if they're available, but I would definitely put the sour green apple or the green apple number 3. And if I had another cider, I would probably put it fourth, solely based off the sugar content. Like I said, I try to watch my sugar. The calorie difference was only about 25 from the second one and about 50 from the first one. And then if you think about it, from the first one to the third one, that's like a difference of 300 calories. So that's a lot. So I'm just saying, I would prefer the less sugar over the green apple one. So I hope you like my cider review. If you're looking to try some ciders, I would definitely try out these ciders. Just depending on what your preference is, I would take the first two over the green apple or Angry Orchard cider, just because of the sugar content. Because it's like apples already have a ton of sugar in them, so I just don't know how much more sugar they put in them. And if they put a lot of sugar, then I don't get it. But apples already kind of have that sweet natural sugar to them. So just keep that in mind. So I hope you like the cider review. Going with number 1, number 2, number 3, and 1 and 2 are interchangeably. So remember that. Now to top it off on this week's hat review and cider review tasting, we got the Fort Wayne tin caps. This is the low A team of the San Diego Padres. This is a great hat, and I just thought this would be a perfect hat to end the cider / hat review. As you can see, it's in a, I guess you call this a forest green, emerald green. It's definitely a forest green, but they got a cool looking apple guy on the front here. He's got a tin cap of, it's not a frying pan, it looks like a deeper pan, and then there's a little bush coming out the side with a little leaf on the side. It's got a white New Era flag right there on the side, and then in the back, I think this is kind of funny. You got like a gray and light black little guy. I don't agree with that. I guess it's trying to match the front of the frying pan. I don't know, I don't get it. You got your green little button on top. Underneath, it's a nice black with the black sweatband. So here is definitely a hat that if you're looking for a good low A ball team, or you're just looking for a good hat in general, I would get this hat over the 3 hats that I showed you. This one, it is a more entertaining looking hat than just say having the Fort Myers Miracle or the Reno Aces. Just, I mean, if you see somebody wearing either one of these hats, which hat are you going to ask more questions about? Fort Wayne tin caps, Reno Aces. Yeah, I'd go with this one. So here you go. Here's the winner of the 3 hats today, with the winner of the cider. Hey, look at that. Red. Matches perfect. So I hope you like my cider review. Hope you like my hat review. Please remember to subscribe to my channel, set your notification. We are currently at 80 plus subscribers. I'm trying to get to 100. So please, people, help me out. If you know anybody that likes hat reviews, please make sure you share your video on your Instagram or on your Facebook or on your Twitter feed. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm in the 80 subs. My goal is to get to 100. That is not the final goal. I'm sure you guys know I am trying to make this thing go big. I don't know how big, but I just want to do it with your guys' help. And we're currently at 80, but the first goal is 100, and we are almost there. So please make sure you subscribe, set your notifications. Also, if you want to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, see what I'm up to. I think I'm going to be going to San Jose in a couple weeks on a Tuesday. I'll keep you posted on that. I'll put messages on my Instagram account, and you can follow me at mlhatz59fifty. That's MLHATZ 59fifty, okay? Don't forget to like the video. I'm trying to get 10 likes. Now, can I put a challenge out there for you guys? Could we get our first 20 like video on this video? I did really good on the beer review video, so my goal on this video, you guys could do it. 20 likes. Just keep this thing going. We are doing great. And before I forget, also I have a Patreon page. If you guys want to help support the channel, you guys can go check that out on patreon.com/mlhatz59fifty. I'll provide the link at the bottom. Since you guys were asking, I got myself a P.O. box for you guys if you want to send in fan letters. So please send me in letters. I want to provide the P.O. box at the end. So thank you for watching. I hope you like this cider review. I hope you like this hat review. Let me know if you have any additional ciders I might want to try. Let me know. Put a little comment down in the comment section, and maybe I can get it with a hat review. Or if you have another IPA, pale ale beer you want me to try, and I could try to do another review on that along with the hats, I greatly appreciate it. I'm open to ideas. Anybody wants me to do a hat review, let me know. But anyways, I can't do this without you. You guys are doing a great job. I really appreciate the feedback. I appreciate the love. I see that Lana has been a good supporter of the channel. Sean Stay Fitted, Trends Unlimited, Troy D, TD, you guys have all been great. I'm sorry if I missed some people. Those were just the names that just popped off the top of my head. So thank you for watching. Thank you for the channel. Make sure you let anybody know that's into hats to check me out. I appreciate that. All right, this is Major League Hats out. See you, everybody. Bye, guys.